With the injuries that they played with, no All-Star early in the season. Joker won his first MVP.
I have free talent, and also like last year I did like top 5 at respectable positions for the up-and-coming talent with the NFL draft. Whoever brings that to your attention, and then I would get to all talent, get to the talent that I'm trying to look out for. So for today's show, I will go with my top 5 quarterbacks. In the very near future, I will do the mock draft. We'll see. I will go live again this year for the NFL draft. But my top 5 quarterbacks, but then I'll give you like 3 additional ones that you can also check out. But first on my list is Cam Ward from Miami. Cam Ward is such a great talent. No matter what collegiate team he played for, he progressed. He's a leader. He loves the game. He's a steward of the game. And in Miami, he just showcased that he's well deserving, arguably the first overall pick in the NFL draft. Took the Miami Hurricanes. They were very competitive with him at the helm. They have 14 points with a minute 58 seconds. But Cam Ward is a bona fide leader. He's a baller. He can play in the system. He's actually consistent. People are saying that this year's draft is not as good as it should be, or next year. Even when the draft just passed with Jay Davis, they would win. I'm
not sure that Marquette's going to.
I'm going to agree with that. This year is one of probably the most talented draft.
These last couple of minutes wants to make sure he secures his victory.
You see the talent that fits your scheme.
Silky smooth. 51 for SGA. Goes to 16 just like that.
On my radar.
You mentioned the opportunities that the Bucks had on this end of the floor, just unable to take advantage of.
This talent is undeniable.
Thread the needle of Smith. Puts it up and Dylan Jones, the rebound. 19 seconds to go in regulation.
For him to
be the
leader of this franchise, they won't be disappointed. But, with the NFL, it just takes more than one.
Okay, series of playing the fewest clutch games in the NBA this season was. Beautiful drive.
But the franchise, the ownership, trickles down all the way down. It's going back to the total of course. Reese and the type of scheme they're going to run. Cam Ward is definitely on my radar. Deserving of being a good quarterback and taking over the board. Next on my radar, Jackson Dart.
Who now has 9 consecutive 34 games versus top 5 teams.
Respecting who he is and what he represents.
I'm going to go back to the way that you are.
He's another solidified starter.
Everybody was on. So looked at me when I said, shit, you're looking at a Michael Jordan type season. I'm just saying, I called him Michael Jordan. I'm just saying.
Some people will argue that he's here's the preference. But on my radar, my top 5. Any type of system, same thing. His footwork, his vision of the game, his mechanics, love the game, the speed of the game, and he's a leader also. Definitely police second on my list. Next on my list, Fedora Sanders. Now, some people are saying he might drop all the way down to the end of the first.
A successful road trip, going to get him to win at Boston. Was the win in Detroit last night.
His confidence and
we don't win here, so
he's just a very confident player. He's a fan.
And that's the true sign of a great team. You can go away from home and get everything
his footwork and mechanics in the pocket is probably one of the best I've seen in a long time. Standing in the pocket. He's mobile enough that he's not really stationary, but he moves very well in the pocket and he keeps his eye down the field.
The beat teams by an average of 12.4 points per game. They've won 42 games this season by double figures. That is the most in the NBA, as we pointed out before.
He's third on my list
in the NBA this season. So I'll turn that to you. Is that a big concern for you? Honestly, I don't think it's a concern.
Spoke about him as well.
I told you earlier today. It's once you get to
accurate,
everything's
precise.
So everything
He
that
throws
you
up
get
the mark.
the season,
What the
all it
receivers
does
should
is
do.
get you
No anticipation.
It gives you an opportunity to have a game set on your own court.
He's passionate about the game too. He's an underrated runner.
It's a completely different world when you're trying to beat someone 4 out of 7 times.
He's a leader. He's aggressive as well.
Williams back to Jones. Shot clock winding down. Flatway handed the 3 rebound.
He's very accurate. I don't really like the pan, but it was a quarterback not too long ago, but a decade or so ago. Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in his era during his time. He just wasn't mobile, but just imagine Trey just a little bit more.
Runs in a single season in franchise history for OKC. 26 on the year. They improved to 24-1 against the East. This is why they're so confident, because defense travels.
Last but not least,
when your defense shows up on the road like this, you feel like you have a chance. No matter where you play, you always will have an opportunity to walk.
People might say his measurement is height.
On tomorrow, we have a special NBA doubleheader from Anthony Towns and the Knicks taking on Tyler Hero and the Heat at Madison Square Garden at 7:30. Then it's Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. Big 4-game road trip upcoming for them. They'll put it on against Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and the Golden State Warriors NBA countdown tips off tomorrow.
It's still factoring into it. Shouldn't have factored to him actually loving the game, playing the game as an underrated owner. Very underrated owner. He's an underrated Dylan. Okay. So those are my top 5
One of those teams will become champion tonight on April the 7th. There's some hunger in the brackets. I am confident that this is going to be
You're right. All right, so 68 teams, 86 of them in the tournament. I'm thinking there was Bristol here. I don't know if you could tell, she's Bristol like East. We're up for Sean Farnham. Time set for March's annual basketball baseball.
Yes, let's go. Auburn is the #1 overall seed, despite the fact that they did not win the SEC. In fact, Auburn was the first team in tournament history to be awarded the 1 seed despite entering the tournament. Having lost 3 of their last 4 games, the Tigers are 1-14 SEC teams in the field. This was great for Auburn. They previously belonged to the Big East with 11 teams back in 2011. The only SEC teams who not make the field, South Carolina and LSU. North Carolina is in as the last team in the field. The Cardinals have played 11 games against other tournament teams.
He's very athletic.
UCLA and Maryland. All right, Sean, the field came out, the brackets were set. Let's just start with, like, when you first saw it, what was your overall impression? What stood out?
Well, one of the most that has to be tight. North Carolina can't possibly win this SEC tournament field because they have ample opportunities to improve.
It just has
In
to
fact,
be
the West Virginia is
consistent.
not
So
just
it's
6
going to
quality wins. And
a
North
franchise
Carolina
that see his talent
and if they thought so highly of the
want to
ACC,
develop
how is
him,
an 18-win
allow him
moving
to
to
develop
the
and
8
put a
seed?
system around
So
him
if you
that he
don't
can
value
thrive.
the ACC with more than 18 games in conference play and have it in non-conference, what you're telling me is North Carolina's schedule was winning because it had the 5th hardest non-conference schedule. The problem is that you weren't one of those games that mattered.
Very talented.
So,
He has
when
the
you
talent
talk
to
2
be
wins against the field, that's not good
best.
enough. That's not
He
good enough.
reminds me
And there are other teams that thought were more rewarded for this. And this is an example of why we don't need to expand the tournament. Because we're looking at this resume and going, yes, this is a tournament, but it's a tournament team. To me, it's about being elite. This North Carolina team is not
It takes to win.
Let's keep the ACC because Duke head coach John Sharp said goal for Cougar Flight is to play in the tournament opener on Friday. Now that's clearly promising news for Duke and their fans, but Why could they still be in trouble though by the time we get to the Sweet 16?
Well, I think that match of the Sweet 16 playing against the Arizona team is all
running backs.
against
My
them,
top
right?
5 running backs.
They've all seen what Cooper Flag does. They've all experienced that. They were the center. They took the loss in that game. But that was an Arizona team at the time that was playing so much basketball.
His measurements, the way he did.
After their 4 or 5 start,
He's a
and
baller.
they started
He's a
playing with the team that was
franchise
preseason number 10 in the country. They're moving the ball a lot better now. His rush shot selection has been great. And Henry Basar has been one of the most improved players inside the 12 all season long. And his ability to get on the glass,
Have him for
I
me,
think that is a
his
potential
vision, his
stumbling
patience,
block for the
allow him to
student
block.
leader of the team inside the Sweet 16.
All right, let's take it to the SEC because that conference still top 5 basketball all season, and they will have that same purse for the tournament. Flip to joining Auburn as the number 1 seed, NC to the Gators win Sunday over Tennessee in the SEC title game. Walter Lake Jr. leading the way number 2. With his first conference tournament in 11 years and no flag possibility of getting to.
Next on my radar, Ashley Jensen. Talk about him as well. I know the program he comes from. They said he wasn't too competitive, and that's why he was dominant per se. But talent is talent. That's what it's about. He's patient too, but he's an explosive running back. Hampton is too, but he's gentle. Great vision, runs with great power. Love the game too. So I can see him definitely going top 10. We'll see how that goes. That's what he's known as far as the franchise that they go to. But his footwork, his moves. That's what I see him going to. So he definitely something to do that on that board. Next, Raheem Sanders, South Carolina. He's a baller. It seems as though he's built as a power back, his frame, but he's underrated agile. He's underrated speed as well. He's a student of the game, loves the game, he's a leader for his team. He's top. He can argue with you. They're all talented, but Raheem Sanders is definitely one of the best. Next on my list, Trey Henderson, talked about him as well. He's probably arguably the most explosive running back in this upcoming NFL draft. He's arguably one of the most explosive running backs in this NFL draft. I can see him going in the first round too. Quick and acceleration. He has enough top speed to outrun most people. So he's a threat. You gotta watch out for him. You gotta scheme for him. People might have him as a situational back, third down running back. I think he's good enough. Every down back. He can pass the table. So I see him, on the first one as well. Where? We can see it like next, my fifth running back on the bench for these last 4 all these talent to be at number 5. But Cam Scatterable. He's underrated speed. Very passionate. He's very aggressive. He runs with power, meaning. And he loves the game too. You would say, as far as Yeah, so he runs well. He has underrated moves. His footwork is he's pretty good. His underrated moves. He would make you miss in the open field. I'm looking at you, and he would definitely make you miss, but he was also very low. He run with passion. Very difficult to stop. He goes to the right team. Nice team. Has a decent offensive line. He'll do the rest. He has patience to run through the gaps as he should. Most running backs should. Some kind of try to use their skill set and their speed to get around the edge, or try to see the gap and try to shoot through it without allowing the offensive line to develop the blocking for them. But he's very patient as well. He's number 5 on my top 5 running back going into this year's NFL draft. Now on my radar is Vashon Tutu. He's another explosive running back. He's very underrated. Very agile, his footwork, no field will make him miss. Very explosive. He has top speed. He has a lot of top speed. He has great vision. He has underrated vision. And I see him going high. Should be in the first day for him. His talent is so good. It is not as many running backs this year. Some on the radar that I will bring to your attention with the next 2. But for the most part, those top 6 easy be first day. Should be first day. They all could possibly go in the first round. But at the end of the day, just what people see fit on their board. But 2 teams could definitely play. Very explosive. If you don't game plan with him, or if you in the backfield on 3rd down, a linebacker won't be able to check him. You're going to almost have to play to the corner on him. Yeah, if not a corner, well, a strong safety that can actually play the slot. You know what I mean? So if your safeties aren't agile, like I say, in the open space, he's going to make it pay for it. 2 teams is very, very, very talented. And you got to watch him. You definitely got to watch him. Next, Rashard Smith. Rashard Smith is a player. Definitely on my radar. He could definitely be top 5, like I said. Last year. Hardest same to me. Definitely on my radar. One top 5, one top 8. Charles Smith is definitely his footwork is good. His vision, he runs with passion. Very physical. He runs high. He's patient too, but he can get on the edge as well and outrun the run containment. And also he's talented, very good. Last but not least, Devin Neal. Devin Neal is, like I was saying, as far as the jailing role, the quarterback, he's arguably the talented one of all the running backs. Devin Neal is very talented. Unfortunately that I have another 8, but like I said, he's in number 7 in the top 5. But he's on my list of talent that you should and will give an opportunity to check out. Trust me, the scouts are watching these running backs should be watching these talented running backs in this up-and-coming draft. Now, there's been a lot going on in the offseason in the NFL. You know, the Commanders, of course, I talk about the Commanders. But before I talk about the Commanders, I'm going to go to the other talent. James Pearce Jr. 6'5", 245, DN, 21. High school, he went to Chambers. Collegiate team he played for was Tennessee. Class, he was a junior. Background on him last year. Stats, he had 38 tackles, 7.5 sacks. He had 1 forced fumble. His combine was out of this roof. has you running 4.7 and 31 vertical and a 10.3 broad jump. He's an instinctive player with quick burst and a natural knack for disruption. He just has to be more consistent. He has all the measurements. In terms of the film, you see the talent, you see the burst, you see the separation around the edge. Very difficult. If your left tackle and or right tackle is not agile and good with their hands, he will wreck the game. But if you have someone that's a physical and agile tackle or offensive lineman, they can kind of contain them. That's when the inconsistency comes from James Pearce Jr. He just has to be consistent when it comes to the competition. Sometimes it's like 60-40 that he don't always play up to par of his talent, his measurements. He's the first round talent. In his first year, until he developed a consistent game, for him to be on the field all the time, I would say that he, right now in his first year, unless he goes to the right situation, a situational passer. Third and 6, third long on offense, just allow him to just rush the quarterback and just play without thinking much. He goes to a team that wants him to do that role in the rotation. That's a great add to the locker room to that DN run. He definitely can contribute in that form and fashion. But develop in the long run, in the very near future, if they allow him to develop, he's going to be one of the best defensive and defensive players on the D-line in a very long time. Utilizing his skill set whatever team is pushing. Next, Trey Amos, this corner here, he has he's a 6'1", 195 cornerback, 23. High school, he went to Catholic class, senior, collegiate. He played for like 3 universities. He started all over Louisiana, Alabama, and Ole Miss. Last year, he was the first team all SEC in 2024. He started for the first time all season last year for Ole Miss. That's when he became his own. Early in his collegiate career, been kind of consistent, haven't really started that much. He started, but not as much. Then he transferred because he looked for a better opportunity. But the talent is there. Man-to-man, very physical, press, play off. He tracked the football down in the air. So he's an overall cornerback. If you get him and want him to be a shutdown corner for you, he can be that. Just gotta allow him to be him. You know what I mean? Allow the system to showcase his true talent, which is man-to-man, which is his own as well. He can do tackling, it's good enough. But for the most part, you can leave him on the island. He has that skill set and that talent to do that. He has the confidence as well. Last year was definitely showcased it in his very first season of starting. He goes to the right system. That's looking for a corner. Even better. Same thing. We don't need him to start right away. He can come in and be a rotation or a hero corner. That can help him to develop quicker. You're looking for him to be that star elite player right off the bat for a franchise, and your defense can really have a pass rush. It's going to be a lot. For any corner, if you have a pass rush, it doesn't matter who you are. You can't check people for 6 to 8 seconds. Some of them eventually get over on the football field. So at the end of the day, his talent is there. He has shutdown corner potential. Leave it at that. This offensive lineman, he's a lineman. He can play along the whole offensive line. He's on my radar. And there's a few people that should, may have him on his radar, but most don't. His name is Jordan Williams. Georgia Tech lineman, 6'6", 315, senior. He's very agile. He's very talented. He's good with his hands, footwork. Very passionate and very strong with his punch. Very agile. He can pull. he has moments when he dominates one-on-one. He has that skill set. Very talented. Definitely should be the first day. Won't surprise me if he went late. It just depends on who sees talent and what they want from the talent. That's how talented he is. He definitely will be a late pick. But we'll see. We'll see if he's on the mock draft. We'll see if he's on the mock draft. So I want to say congrats to Reese. She was named defensive player of the year. She averaged 12.1 rebounds. She had like a team high 8 blocks. She's injured right now with a hand injury. I think she's playing the game tonight. Very unfortunate because she could have definitely helped. So congrats to her. Some people dislike the fact that she's being showcased and or being pushed to the front line as the best player in the league. At the end of the day, she's talented. She's definitely earned it. She's a competitor. That's what it's about. Being a competitor and then passionate about what you do. She doesn't shy away from playing defense and ball in the game. So I wanted to bring it up and just say congrats to her. And those who look at her for her not being the best player in the league, that's her preference. Who's good. But she's well deserving of the defensive player of the year. So congrats. So now with the Commanders. Now, Commanders signed a lot of their own players from last year. They allowed them to go in free agency, but they ended up re-signing a lot of players for one-year deals like they did last year in the offseason. But the Commanders made some adjustments, allow a few players to leave, go elsewhere for more money. Or they just felt like they could get better at their respective position. They released Jonathan Allen. Appreciate Jonathan Allen for contributing to this community in the DV area. He's home base, but mostly well with the Vikings. But the Commanders signed Will Harris from the Saints, previous player from the Saints. He's an overall safety. Chen was an overall safety, but his consistency with coverage, he was inconsistent. He's physical. Playing safety, like the back end, being the free safety. If you had to rotate to be the free safety, play the middle of the field, that's not Chen's specialty. He was good being close to the line of scrimmage, checking the running back, coming out the backfield. And you can sometimes match him up with the tight end. He had a little difficulties with physical tight ends. He has the skills, meaning the speed and the edge and the ability to stay with them, but when they just utilize the physicality, they kind of threw him off. So Will Harris is physical. He's a better tackler than Chen. Better coverage, safety as well. He can play all over the field. Safety, free safety, corner safety. Play the slot. Running back. He's underrated when it comes to checking the tight end. He can check the tight end. So the Commanders feel as though they upgraded. I feel as though they did when it comes to what they've been asked of the defense. Commanders like to blitz a lot, like to leave their secondary one-on-one with a hard rock with the elbow at the top. And the tight ends for the Commanders, against the Commanders, was winning a lot. And Chen didn't perform consistently in that. And he had probably one of his best years. Chen did, but the Commanders felt as though they could let him go. Will Harris, this is a definite upgrade for me. Next, a lot of people dislike this pickup, not because of the talent, it's just how much. And you understand how the market works. But he's relatively young and he's in his prime, and he's a difference maker compared to what they had last year. Because the Commanders could not stop the run. Consistently at all, honestly. And you would think with the money that was being allocated to Payne and Allen, the scheme just don't want them to be what the old regime, like the Ron Bird scheme, actually, the old regime was asking them to rush the quarterback but play the run at the same time. This here is to actually to play the guys. And a lot of times, either Allen could win one-on-one. I'm not sure if he was fully healthy, losing stuff, who knows. But they mostly just double team and Payne, and Payne was really able to showcase what it was until he was seeing college more than Allen did. But Allen was one-on-one, and he just didn't make enough plays, especially in the run game. That's why people was gashing in the middle. So Javon Kinglo, that's an upgrade because his body frame is kind of difficult to move him out the way. Sometimes he kind of gets out of position, trying to go after the quarterback, but for the most part, you need to block two people with him. Now you got to pick, block two people with Payne or Kinglo, because Kinglo could definitely pass rush. But he's a playmaker. You block him one-on-one, he's going to make plays. But people don't like the fact that they had to pay him. I think it's a friendly deal. Like 3 years, $45 million. $15 million a year, but it will take the first 2 years to get that. But last year, it's a friendly guarantee at the choose to. That's an upgrade. That D tackle room has been upgraded tremendously from last year. The Commanders looking to stop the run. And who knows that James Pearce Jr.'s situational pass rush will definitely be that pick. Because their DNs compared to last year, Dante Fowler was back in Dallas. He arguably had his best year of his career with the Commanders. 11 sacks. He couldn't really consistently stop the run. And he wasn't brought here to the Commanders to stop the run. And that's why they let him go. And Javon Kingdom will definitely help with that situation. This is an underrated, probably one of the best pickups this year, like they did last year with Zach Ertz and Bob Wagner. Jonathan Jones. Jonathan Jones is a winner. He got a brain. He's a playmaker. He plays outside. People want to say he doesn't play in the slot. He can play in the slot. He can play any cornerback position. This secondary is going to be very diverse this year's season. Jonathan Jones definitely playing outside, but you got Mikey and you have Lattimore. The Commanders' corners just got better. St. Juice was not making enough plays. He was in position, but he just didn't look at it. Jonathan Jones can look at it. He's going to make a play on the floor. He's an underrated. He tends to punch the football out. He forced a lot of fumbles in his career. He has interceptions on his resume. He's a flat-out playmaker. He's an underrated special teams player. I can see the Commanders utilize him as special teams. Every now and again, they might use Deebo Samuel. Maybe they use Deebo Samuel a lot. But we'll wait and see on that. But Jonathan Jones can definitely handle that. And that's what's been asked of him. He's probably my favorite acquisition this year all season for the Commanders. Great. This one here, it's another D tackle. I think he retired. He just came out of retirement. He was relatively high. He came out of the draft. He didn't have a motor. He didn't have the passion to still play this game because of where he was coming from. Eddie Goldman is another massive D tackle that's going to help stop the run. They have two of them now in rotation. The Commanders are looking to stop the run, to compete with the Eagles with the massive offensive line that they have to stop Saquon Barkley. Not only Saquon Barkley, of course, other teams, but you got to start with your division first. You can contain and stop Saquon Barkley. For the most part, you can pretty much stop him in the league. Saquon Barkley, we saw what he done last year in the season, and he won the Super Bowl. So that's the great addition, Eddie Goldman for the Commanders. Come out of retirement, have a whole time. Have a whole time DC native. It's another one. So these gentlemen have a lot of chip on their shoulders. Outside of King Guard, like Goldman has a 1-year deal. See what you can do. If you don't, then appreciate your service. I'm gonna save the other one, the trade that they made. But this guard here is a very underrated one that might contribute relatively early, or at least compete for a starting job because of Sam Cosme is hurt. I'm not quite sure when he will be back in the season because he kind of got hurt late in the season. So Nate Herbert, guard, Pittsburgh last year. He's a mauler, for the run game. And last year, towards the end, Brian Robinson was not running the same. And you can kind of say it's him, and for the most part, you can say that the offensive line has been inconsistent as far as the start. The center was out, in and out of the lineup. Sam Cosme got hurt later. The left guard relatively was bare. Early in the year, the Commanders was flipping left tackles, and Brandon Coleman finally took over. He was somewhat inconsistent. He's still talented, still developing. But Nate could definitely come in and contribute. Definitely a backup. Definitely come in and start. He's gonna come in here and compete. Sure, come in here and compete. That was a great pickup from off the line. Now I'm gonna go to the defensive end. That's better than what they had last year. Jacob Martin, BN. He's an underrated pass rusher. Stop the run too. 6'3", 240. BN rushed the edge pretty good. His acceleration is underrated. Very physical, very passionate. That's a great pickup. That's a great pickup to have in a rotation for the Commanders. Another person that can possibly replace Dante Fowler. No one last year, for the most part, expect Dante Fowler to do what he did last year. Who would be that talent this year for the Commanders? One of them is going to be it. Martin could be that. He'll definitely be. But he definitely is going to be in the rotation this year for the Commanders. Next, Dietrich Wise for the Patriots. He made a lot of plays for the Patriots. He can play along the line. Underrated pass rusher. He plays well with his hands. Good around the edge. He should definitely start. Dietrich Wise. He has enough experience that can contain the edge and also the pass rush. Played pretty well for the Patriots. Made enough plays. That's another defensive end that they pick up to be in rotation to go on. And took the draft last year. The Commanders got better. They solidified to the league and told that they're going to stop the run. It's about stopping the run this year. They can stop the run and get the football back to Jay Daniels in the offense. That's even more across the league. It's just the Commanders have to be consistent in stopping the run. And I truly believe that they will this year better than they did last year. It was like almost last in the league. Stopping the run. And all that money was allocated to the defensive tackle instead of paying to Allen. That's why they made the decision to get rid of Allen. And I see a tremendous turnaround in that stat sheet to stop the run for the Commanders. I see a tremendous turnaround with that defense in general playing better. It won't surprise me that they will be no less in the middle of the pack. And it won't surprise me that they'll be top 10. This is my second year in this defense that Dan wants. And Whitney. They want to do and how they want to go about it. Every time Bobby Wagner, a leader, a coach on the field, to lead this march, lead this team. team, and they feel like they got unfinished business to do, and I was second that. So I look for a tremendous upgrade from defense as an entirety, as a whole. Congrats, the man has definitely got better on both sides of football. But last but not least, I think most people was not talking about this as much as they should have. They traded for Jeremy Thompson, left tackle from Texas. Arguably the best left tackle in the league. Just to top of my memory right now, the 29 Trey, Staley from Baltimore, and the one from Tampa Bay. Those are my top but Thompson, Trip Williams is up there too. Thompson, the last 3 years, has been playing like the best tackle in the league. Trip Williams been hurt. Thompson has been playing he's the best pass protector in the league. He's an underrated run tackle as well. He can pull, play for the guard in the run game. It's underrated. They want to talk, not all, but some people want to talk. He's not good at that. He's one of the best, not the best left tackles in the league. And as far as linemen, not too many linemen better than him. And to solidify that left side, blind side for Jake Daniels in the very near future, the next two years at least, because he's still under contract for 2 years. And we'll wait to see if they extend him. So he's at least under contract for 2 years. And now you got to take Brandon Coleman, and you can have him play swing tackle. He should be on the field, Brandon Coleman, actually. Won't surprise me if they move him to guard, which he played in college as well. With Sam Cosmi's injury, they have to make a decision who will play that position. Whoever it may be, they got to have mobile linemen that can pull, that can run on screen, that can do a lot at that right guard position. Brandon Coleman could be that. When Sam Cosmi come back, that's going to make everything even better. They saying that Coleman could play right tackle and then take Riley from right tackle and move him to right guard. Take Coleman and make him the left guard, and take the left guard play the right position. They have flexibility. Commanders only had Lucas last year, as far as he was swing tackle, played left side, right side tackle. When the guard got hurt, they put Trent Scott in there. Trent Scott is a lineman. He did the best he could, but they upgraded their offensive line tremendously with the Thompson trade, but also with the Nate Herbert. He definitely can play as well. And by Coleman now being available to do what's being asked of him, Commanders got so much better. In the trenches. In the trenches, the Commanders got better. Jay Daniels is smiling from ear to ear. I'm smiling from ear to ear. The Commanders looking to repeat, winning the division again. They're going after the Eagles, that's the best team in the NFL right now. They're going to defend their title. They're the best team in the NFC East. So the Commanders are right there. And they still got the NFL draft. But I see Commanders doing in this year's draft. If they stay at 29, best available player. If they don't see someone that's on that board, or they see a plethora of people on that board that they can trade back, I can see them doing that. And regain some of them picks that they gave up for the Thompson trade. You know? And a lot of them as well. But the Commanders with AP, it's an AP that we trust. He knows what he's doing. He has a wherewithal. He knows what it takes. He's a scout, assistant GM, now GM for the Commanders. He knows what it takes. No leaks when it comes to any news or who they're going to trade for, who they wanted. Most people didn't see that Thompson trade. They saw that they were very active for the Steelers. Still end up going back to Baltimore. But the Thompson trade, no one sees that. Most people steadily news came out that they were looking to upgrade the left tackle. It makes sense. But for Thompson to be available, people like saying, what the Texans doing? They got the draft capital to rebuild the whole line. The Texans, but you got to hit on the pick. Thompson right now, it makes sense for the Texans to get what you can while the value is high for Thompson. And the manager is open to make that trade. So congrats to Thompson. Congrats to Thompson and the Commanders for upgrading the locker room, the team. Looking forward to the trenches. Looking forward to what they would do with this new acquisition of defensive offense. This coaching staff, you never know. Cliff and Dan Quinn, Commanders have a very, very bright future. So, I'd like to bring to your attention. I was out here, these games over. People are enjoying themselves. The weather's beautiful, amazing. Out here. Definitely going to enjoy the rest of this night. So, I sure appreciate everyone for tapping in. I want to bring that to y'all's attention. The talent, top 5 this year. Talent, top 5 quarterback, top 5 running back. Like I said, we're in the future. I'm definitely doing my draft. But leading up to that time, I will definitely continue with the respective positions, top 5 is in my board going forward. So appreciate you. Check out the merch with the link.